Hi, good morning, and welcome back to my podcast, episode number 9. I decided to do something different with this episode, and it's going to come in 2 parts. The first part is to show you one of my passion, which is cooking. And when I was in Chicago in the late 90s, I attended the Chicago Culinary Institute. I wanted to be a chef one day, but I owned a restaurant. So while I was doing my regular job in the evening, I was going to school to learn how to become a chef. It was a 4-year course where you could get a BA degree, but I was only able to do for 2 years because my travel schedules and my full-time job interrupted. But the 2 years that I was there was excellent. I learned a lot about cooking and the science of it, the intricacies of it, the the creativity of it. All of those things I learned because when I was younger, I used to cook anyway. So I felt motivated today to do something different. So I'll take you to the kitchen and show you. And once I'm done with the cooking portion of it, I'll go into my main topic for the episode 9, which is what I call title, What's Luck Got to Do with It? What's luck got to do with it? It's an article I penned down in the 90s and my ideas on how do you define luck and what is luck. So that will be the episode 9. Enjoy. Hope you're doing well. Today I'm in the kitchen showing the other side of me, the chef, Sandy Osei-Agyeman. I'm dicing my onions. I'm going to make a sauce, or here in Ghana we call a stew. And I'm going to make what we call the corned beef stew. And I'm going to spice it up with salmon. And I also have an oxtail that is cooking. And I will deep fry it so it comes out succulent. And when this sauce is done, you're gonna see the beauty of it. You can eat it with anything. You can eat it with plain rice. You can eat it with boiled potato. You can eat it with plantain here in Ghana. You can eat it with spaghetti. So this, you want the recipe? Okay. Well, basically you need your diced tomatoes. You need your onions. You need your red pepper. You need some garlic and ginger blended together for your fragrance. And then whatever, if it's rosemary that you want or basil leaf, whatever that you like, you can add it to it. So this is just basic work, but it takes a lot of expertise. You should know how to add which ingredient as you cook. I'm not going to show you the whole process because I just started already, but I just want you to know that cooking really is like anything else, the creative part of everything else. It takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of feelings, it takes a lot of timing, love to cook. So when I'm done with this, I'll show you the finished good. Oh, I'm gonna spice it also with some peas, green peas, and some, what else would I add? I'm thinking peas and maybe some carrots. So it's gonna look, see, I'm gonna add some eggs with the cooking. So when you see the stew, you see some white pieces in it. That's eggs. So that's my cooking. Excuse me if I'm not being the proper chef, but I just wanted to add something different to what I do. Chef Sandy at work again. I wanted to show you all the things I'm going to use to do my stew or sauce. You know the French people have something they call mise en place. Before you cook, you get every ingredient ready, just like I've laid it here, and I'll let you take a tour of my stuff. This is my diced onions. This is my diced tomatoes. This is my chopped tomatoes. This is my tomato paste. This is my corned beef. This is my blended garlic and ginger. This is my black pepper. This is my oxtail beef. This is my salmon. And this is my red pepper. Because the one thing missing is my cooking oil. I will show here. And this is my cooking oil. Of course, we got to do everything with oil. So these are all the ingredients, and of course salt. The salt is in the kitchen, so salt will be needed. So this is it. So the key is you should know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. So you won't see anything till the finished product is done. All right? Okay. Warm up a little bit. So cooking oil is done. And as it warms up, my next step will be my diced onions. So I'm gonna add my onions here and let it brown it. Let it cook till it's brown. Stir a little bit so as it browns. You see, I was talking about my podcast is about life, business, and beyond. It's all part of life, isn't it? How to be versatile in your life, be able to be independent. You don't have to depend on anybody to do anything. If you can get to the kitchen and cook, you'll never be hungry. Isn't that so? Anyway, so my onions is cooking till it browns. You're looking at my brown onions. Now I'm going to add my natural organic tomatoes, which I've diced here. Okay, so that's going to also cook for a while. When it softens, I will add my chopped tomatoes and let them cook while it's about ready. Some people prefer to add the red pepper before they add the tomato, but it doesn't make any difference. Even as it is now, I can go ahead and add my red pepper, you can see here, just to get a little spicy. I don't like things super spicy, but all this is add making a difference. So this is my red pepper. You can see it's added. All for taste. Looking good already, isn't it? Well, I'm going to add my tomato paste just to thicken the sauce, and you just put enough according to what you feel. This is more than enough. You make it a little bit thicker. And at the same time too, I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic and blended ginger for the taste and the aroma, depending on how you want. So I've added enough. And at the same time too, I will go ahead and sprinkle some of my black pepper on there, all just to add to the mystery of the sauce. So with this, you stir, you keep the heat medium to low or low to medium so it doesn't cook too fast. And then this is it. It's going to cook for a while, and then I'll add the rest of the ingredients. It's looking good, isn't it? All right. By the way, the salt is here. You can add your salt at any point in time. So now I'm going to sprinkle a little salt for now. So because the corned beef has sometimes a little salt in it, you don't want to add too much salt so the food doesn't become salty. I don't like salty food. I like it just right. So this is looking good. I will come back to you when I add the rest of the ingredients. Beef, my oxtail, is low hot, so I want it to become a little bit softer. So I'm cooking it some more in the sauce before I add the rest of the ingredients. So this is my beef oxtail going into the sauce, and then I'll add some of the sauce we cook with, so that just for more fragrance. So here's some of the sauce, not much, but this is gonna have all kinds of nice aroma and nice taste. So I stir it a little bit, and then I'll let it cook for a while before I add the rest of the ingredients. Still making progress. And I'm now going to add my eggs, which I crack about 3 eggs or so and stir it up. And I'm gonna pour it. It's gonna give it a nice little white taste before I add the rest of the ingredients. This is my egg. Okay. And what I will do is I'll stir it one time and then let it cook till it whitens up the sauce just for color. And of course you do get protein from eggs too. So the eggs is in, take its time to cook. I'm adding my other meat, which is my corned beef. I like to break it into small pieces so it doesn't become mushy in the sauce. So that when you take a piece of it, when you take a sauce, you're gonna have small chunks of the corned beef. It all adds to the taste and the feel of the food, the texture. Your mouth will be full, you'll be tasting the beef, you'll be tasting the corned beef, and then the salmon will be added later. And besides that too, I will add my carrots and green peas. And then after that, I'll let it simmer for a while till it's all done. So we're almost done cooking. Corned beef in, I'm going to add my chunk of my pink salmon. I'll break it into some nice chunks so it will fill your mouth nicely. So you can break it down. And then, of course, this is an expensive sauce, isn't it? Look at what's in there. Beef, corned beef, salmon, pink salmon. And when I'm done, the last ingredient to go in will be my chopped carrot and green peas. Let it cook for a while and it's done. I will put some little bit on that plate with rice. Let you see the final product. Okay, so I'm almost done. Once it's about done, I'm adding my last ingredient, which is green peas and carrot chopped. So I'm gonna sprinkle it on top, just for color and of course taste. So you got, cooking, colors means a lot. And when you look at it, it should entice you. Look it out, check it out. Isn't that nice? You got little white stuff, you got green, you got orange, you got everything that you need to make everything good. So now I'm basically done. What I'm going to do is I'll let it simmer for another 15-20 minutes and it's done. Okay, so I'll turn the heat down as it cooks. Thanks for watching. Hi, this is my finished dish. I have my stew or sauce here with my white rice, garnished with some green pepper and some tomatoes. And my sauce here has my oxtail, my corned beef, and my salmon with my mixed vegetable on top. Of course, everything. You gotta pamper yourself whenever you can. So today, I'm by myself, so I cook for myself. I got my bottle of champagne here, and I got my water on the side. So I'm going to enjoy my meal. Thanks for watching. Maybe one day I get a chance to cook for you too. Ciao. Today I decided to do something differently. I'm going to share with you some articles I wrote in the 90s that were published in their Freak magazine in Chicago. It was a series of articles that was sharing my experiences then, and the lessons learned that time are still pertinent. So I'm going to read some of the articles to you today. The articles were so good that a friend took a series of the articles and combined with different articles and published it in a book called Lessons Learned That Have Alcut My Soul. Brothers Together. It's in a book. So I'm going to read one of my articles from this book that I wrote. And it's aptly titled, What's Luck Got to Do with It? What's luck got to do with it? I think it's interesting, in this life, I think that when you do well, people have a tendency to assume that you're lucky. So I thought about this for a while some time ago, and I said, well, why don't I put my thoughts on luck? And I titled it, What's Luck Got to Do with It? And allow me to read it. It's not that long, but I think you enjoy it. It is interesting how we conveniently use the term luck to to describe another person's progress, achievement, or success in life. His or her business have made them a millionaire. Oh, they are so lucky, we say. A couple have been married for 20 years. Oh boy, are they lucky. Everybody likes him. Man, has he looked up, and so forth. Even among our own circle of friends, our successes are often attributed to luck. But let me tell you, in business, there's no such thing as luck unless you have created what others perceive as luck. We all have at one time or another heard the old adages about luck. For example, luck is when opportunity meets preparedness, or the harder you work, the luckier you get. Of course, these quotes have sincere merit and are true in broader sense, but what they do not reveal is how luck is specifically obtained. I'm often asked, how did you start your business and how have you sustained it? To others, it's been concluded that my partners and I have been lucky. That's why we are still in business. Well, in business as in life, luck is not exclusive. Neither is it predetermined. As you know, even in chance activities such as the lottery, great majority of the winners play regularly and consistently. It is my belief that luck, like any other natural law in life, has its own principles and guidelines that must be followed in order to experience it, even though there is never a guarantee that it will come your way. These principles start with a personal conception. That conception may start with your definition of your life's purpose. Then, you working to achieve that purpose. And finally, your innate burning desire to accomplish a specific goal or task with the infinite wisdom that there is always more beyond. So that reaching that goal does not become an end, but rather a means to reach the next beyond. Once this conception is defined, the rest of luck's principles become a matter of how lucky you want to be. Or in other words, how committed, patient, educated you are on your way to meeting your luck. Luck, therefore, looks for people prepared and committed to work for their goals or dreams. Luck also looks for people unafraid to take calculated chances and are willing to wait. Luck looks for people not frustrated by failures or difficulties, but are eternally optimistic about now and tomorrow. Luck looks for people who create their own paths and strive for spiritual, mental, physical, and interpersonal relationship balance in their lives. Luck looks for people who are proactive, consistent, and kind at heart. On the other hand, luck does not favor the quitter, the greedy, or the opportunist. One last point. Some may say it is certain individual destiny to be lucky. Yet, destiny, as you and I know, cannot be measured, since it is always after the fact. It could very well be that the person has realized his fortunate destiny by observing luck's principles. So, next time somebody says you are lucky, please point out the reasons why you are considered so. In this manner, you will help to put to rest ill-informed notions about how luck is obtained. Anyway, that's a short write-up I did on luck, and as it pertains to business. But then, so I ask you, are you lucky? Well, you should sit down and ask yourself if you're lucky. And then if you really get into it, you realize that there have been some principles you've been following that brings luck to your doorsteps. To be lucky is to be prepared, is to just follow some of the principles that I just said. So that's my bit on luck. Now, let me share some quotations that I've come across that I like a lot. And I guess it still pertains to this topic on luck. It says, good fortune is what happens when opportunity meets with planning. This was said by Thomas Edison. Everybody knew Thomas Edison. He created electricity. Another good one is by St. Francis Assisi. He said, start by doing what's necessary, then what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. These are all part of the luck principles. So with my take on luck, what do you say? What do you think? Are you lucky? Do you want to be lucky? Well, follow some of the principles. Get to work and try to do the best that you can to be lucky.